Hi everyone, it's Hatman here, and today I'll be doing my review on Doctor Strange. I managed to go and see it last night, finally, but it was actually very good. You know, it was a nice change. Marvel actually doing a film that doesn't look near enough the same as all the other superhero films they've been doing. But it's not, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm not like dissing on Marvel, because to be honest, Marvel probably do the best action films, and have done, and I still enjoy watching Iron Man. You know, it's a nice little, you know, it's old, but it's not that old, but it does look older. But yeah, I don't know. I quite like Iron Man, but yeah. So considering you didn't really see any of the other like Marvel characters, like the Avengers or anything, until you actually get to the post credits, you know, it was actually good to have a film that was just one character. Like, unfortunately, like Captain America wasn't able to do that in the second and third film, but you know, if you need Karen, you know, you need Karen. Plus the storyline Civil War was like, it needed everyone. But anyway, so yeah, so this is going to be a spoiler video. I'm not going to like dilly dally talking about like stuff and then hide and stuff, because I think the last time I tried to do that, I actually end up putting spoilers in a non-spoiler review anyway. But yeah, so yeah, film very good. Typical origin story, a little bit of action, plus about over half an hour of like story, like getting you to know. It might even be more than half an hour. I wasn't really counting, but it felt like a good half an hour. And then good special effects, good action, good story, and ended well enough for a new film, for the next film, which is clearly going to be another one. And from what I've heard, like Doctor Strange is going to be in at least one of the Infinity War films, the Avenger films. But yeah, it was like, I've seen like the cartoons, I've seen like parts of the comics, and seeing Baron Mordo, whatever the fuck his name is, when you see him in it, and you know he's a baddie, like you kind of know that he's either going to turn bad in that film, or by the end of it, he isn't going to be like friends with Strange, and he's going to go off, and surprise, surprise, at the end of the film, he walks off, and then post credits, he does something evil, you know. But yeah, very good. Special effects are incredible. There was one or two bits where it looked like old school, see, you know, green screen, you know, the lighting on his face didn't fully match like what it should really be from the background, in my opinion. But you know, what, you know, there's only so much you can do with lighting to make it look like the CGI that's very spectacular in the background. But yeah, very good, great acting by Benedict Cumberbatch. The cast very good. Yeah, action very good, and you know, a different type of superhero movie, adding in like the magical, spiritual side. And yeah, it was very good. Probably the only thing I wasn't that impressed with, like I say, after watching the cartoons, seeing comics and all that lot, and they bring in the big baddie, and the big baddie is Dormammu, who I'm pretty sure in every sense, in every way he's been like shown in the comic or in the cartoons, he was this massive creature, massive like being, with a big old flaming head, and like a kind of skull is like representing his head. But for some reason, they didn't do that in this film. They made him look like a massive head with ripples, like going from the centre of his face, going out to either ear, just constant ripples, with a pair of eyes, a big voice, and he was just absolutely massive. The only thing I'd say that was good about that is that he was massive. That you just saw a massive head. That was it. You didn't see anything else. Just a massive head. So, a bit disappointed. Like, I didn't know Dormammu was going to be the baddie in the, you know, the big baddie in the film, from like the trailers and stuff. And I tried to keep away from everything else to make sure I didn't like spoil it for myself watching it. But yeah, like Mads Mikkelsen, he's a pretty good baddie. Like, he's a great actor. Like, I think the first film I saw him in was probably Casino Royale, and that's still one of my favourite James Bond films. So yeah, great baddie, great actor playing the good guy. The supporting actors good, slightly comical, but you know they did the action plus like all the other emotions you can get through characters really well. Yeah, good. Would I say it's my favourite Marvel film? Probably not. But then again, the origin films are normally the worst, except for Iron Man. That was like the exception. I thought the second one was the worst, Iron Man, and then the first Iron Man, and then the third one, and then you could. I know it's called Captain America: Civil War, but I'd still class Captain America: Civil War as like an Iron Man film because most of the story, although you got Bucky, is like a big part of it, you know, the majority part of it with Captain America, but considering the main twist of the film it actually isn't anything to do with Captain America, it's actually Iron Man, Tony Stark, it kind of makes it not 100% a Captain America film. But yeah, probably I'd say solid 8 to 8.5 out of 10 for Doctor Strange. You know, there's some bits that, like I said, some bits that didn't look good, considering how many years ago Iron Man came out. And I was talking to my brother about this on the way home last night. And CGI is good, you know. It makes stuff that you can't do happen. But I think it's getting to a point where they either need to step the game up with the CGI, or just do like some films do. Like apparently the last Star Trek film did it, where they mainly used sets and then put CGI slightly in the background, not completely do CGI, because it's just going to get to the point where it's just going to be boring watching the same special effects being used over and over again. Yeah, it's not. You can't be entertained by the same thing over and over again, and it's just lazy on Marvel and Disney and whoever else do it. But yeah, Doctor Strange, great film. Hopefully it'll be good in the next film. Going by the comics, Doctor Strange worked with Ant-Man, and with Ant-Man and Wasp coming out in the next few years, if they're not going to be meeting up in Infinity Wars or dying in Infinity Wars, hopefully Marvel might do a Ant-Man and Doctor Strange film, because they both like entered the quantum realm in the comics and cartoons. So I think they could easily put them in together, and yeah, I could make a good film. Ant-Man was pretty good. But yeah, so definitely recommended. I did go to my local cinema, which wasn't the fantastic picture or sound or comfy. It wasn't comfy, but it was cheap. So, you know, when you don't have much money, cheap is the answer. So, you know, if you want to go and see it like in a cheapy cinema, then by all means go and see it. You know, it's still the same film at the end of the day. But if I had my choice, I would have gone and seen it in IMAX on the big screen, big clear screen. Because when they go through the realms and she's like the ancient one is showing Doctor Strange his like all these different dimensions like really quickly, it looks incredible. Probably contemplate going to see it if you've got like slight epilepsy or something, because there's quite a lot of flashing lights, and like when he's going through that bit, there's so many different colours flashing across the screen. I don't know, it might affect you a little bit, but that's your choice. There's no warnings at the start or at the box office, so obviously it can't be too bad. But yeah, so definitely go and watch it. Definitely recommended. And yeah, I think the next film's coming out that I'll definitely be going to see will be Rogue One, the Star Wars film. And then there's quite a few films coming out next year. Like there's a lot of Marvel that's being done through like Marvel Studios, Disney and Fox. Like there's Logan's coming out next year, which I believe that's going to be his last film as being like Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. And and then yeah, there's loads. So like still massive superhero sci-fi films. Yeah, the X-Men films, the normal Marvel films, the Star Wars films. I believe next year will be the start of when they do the Transformers again, because I heard that as long as they keep the schedule, that there's going to be like 3 Transformer films in 3 years. So there's going to be like Transformer films, Star Wars films, Fox Marvel films, Disney Marvel films, plus any other films. I don't know, DreamWorks might come out with something. You know, they're normally pretty good at, like, action films and story films. Actually, you know, they did Saving Private Ryan. That you know, that was a World War II film, but it wasn't like, you know, like, it wasn't like a superhero film or anything, was it? It was just a fantastic war film. But yeah, alright, I'm running on now. So yeah, go see Doctor Strange. Leave your comment below on like what you thought, what the film was like. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.